Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we defeated Bruno in the Elite Four, the fighting type specialist who has 2 Onixes on his teams. Don't ask me why, he just has them. But we're going to be moving on to a person whose team is even weirder. We're going to be battling Agatha, who is the ghost type specialist, but a majority of her team is not ghost types, they're mostly poison types. There's only 3 ghost types in the Kanto region, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. So as you can tell, she's not going to have a team of 5 different ghost types. But anyways, we're going to be battling Agatha, and I'm definitely not going to want Primeape in the front because she has ghost types. So I'll bring Arcanine in the front because Arcanine has a dark type move, and he can hopefully deal with the Gengar. But anyways, let's go up against Agatha. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Daff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Mythglad, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. Here we go. I'm a little bit scared, honestly. But let's see how strong Agatha's team of ghost types. Alright, so she's starting off with Gengar. And this is scary, because Arcanine is the only Pokemon who can deal super effective damage to the Gengar without getting hit by super effective damage back. So I'm just going to start with a Bite, and they're going to start with a Double Team. I hate that. Because now I'm probably going to miss my Bite. I actually didn't. That didn't do very much damage, so I've got a lot more luck checks I got to get through to hope that my Bites land through the Double Team. I'm also getting hit by Toxic, which will make me badly poisoned. And that's not very nice. And that's the first Bite of probably many that I've missed. And they go for Double Team again, which is gonna suck. Especially when I miss. So I'm gonna use a full heal to get rid of that poisoning. Because that poisoning is gonna be doing a lot of chip damage. And that Double Team is going to make me rage a lot. Oops. So I just gotta hope that I can hit the Bite. Please land. They go for their Shadow Punch, which does their damage. And I don't hit my Bite, which really sucks. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch Gyarados in to get the Intimidate boost. And then I'm gonna switch Arcanine back in. And I'm gonna keep switching back and forth. Because Ghost is a physical type. So the Ghost moves will do less damage. So here we go. Now we switch Arcanine back in. And eventually, this Gengar won't be able to do, like, any damage. That's my plan. If they're gonna be annoying spamming their Double Teams, I'm gonna be annoying spamming their attack drops. So now they're at, like, -4 attack, probably. They go for their Toxic, which poisons me, but I'm just going to switch Gyarados right on out so that I can keep lowering that Gengar's attack stat. It's not a very honorable strategy, but if they're going to spam Double Team, I think I'm allowed to do this. There we go. They should be at like -5 attack now. I don't think I need to lower their attack anymore. They're going to use Confuse Ray, which sucks. But I'm just going to hope that I can hit through it. Alright, and I'm probably not going to be able to hit through it, and even if I can, I'm going to still have to hit through the Double Team. Come on! Well, I hit through the Confusion, just not the Double Team. So that Gengar is going to keep Shadow Punching, and that's going to only do 10 damage per hit. And I hurt myself in Confusion. Which really sucks. Come on, come on! Oh, it actually landed, too! That's crazy! Oh my goodness, that Gengar's nearly dead. Alright, so I'm gonna full restore. Because I'm low on health and confused. So there we go, that is optimal value. And they're also gonna full restore. Alright, so now I just gotta keep beating up this Gengar, I suppose. And they're gonna keep using Double Team. Which sucks. I don't know how much evasiveness they're at, but I know they're eventually going to get to max. And I hit the bite. Not expecting that. And now I'm confused again. The bite missed, but at least I didn't hurt myself. So no, I'm gonna switch Venusaur in and just pray that I can land one Leech Seed. Because as soon as I land one Leech Seed, I just need to stall. That's gonna be my whole strategy. Alright, Leech Seed number 1. Let's see if this lands. Oh, it actually landed? That's crazy. I was not expecting that. Alright, so the strat has begun. Stall. Stall until this Gengar actually dies. This episode is going to be so much longer than all the other Elite Four episodes, because this section alone has already been 5 minutes. That's like half of the other Elite Four episodes, and we're only on the first Pokemon, and it's not even dead yet, and it's going to take forever. But we'll eventually get this Gengar dead, and then we just have 4 more Pokemon to get through. So they're gonna keep damaging me. And I'm just gonna keep waiting for the Leech Seed to kill that Gengar. Not the Venusaur. I don't want to die. I want the Gengar to die. Alright, getting closer. The Gengar is going to be using Shadow Punch, but they don't deal enough damage to be able to beat my healing. It's honestly kind of crazy. Alright, they're in the red. They might use another full restore, and if that's the case, that sucks. But I'm just going to hope that they don't. And honestly, I'm using Sleep Powder a lot. I don't want to run out of Sleep Powder PP, so I'm just going to use Cut. Even though Cut doesn't do any damage, I'd rather save my Cut PP than my Sleep Powder PP. The one more Leech Seed and that Gengar dies, unless they full restore. They don't. Okay, so the Gengar will finally be taken down after 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Oh my goodness. Actually, it's probably longer than that. Alright, finally, the first Pokemon is taken down. Next up is Golbat, which is one of their non-ghost types. And they're going to do a ton of damage to my Venusaur, which is scary. But honestly, Venusaur's kind of done his job at this point. He took down the Gengar. So now we're going to do the same strat on the Golbat, I suppose. But I'm actually going to switch Venusaur out, because I don't want Venusaur to die. I think I want to save him. But who do I switch into is the question. I think I just switch back into Arcanine. I've been doing a lot of switching and stalling this battle, but I kind of have to. Because Agatha's team is really annoying. So they go for Air Cutter. It's going to do a little bit less damage thanks to my Intimidate. Never mind, because they got a critical hit. And I'll heal up my Arcanine now with the Leech Seed. Don't mind if I do. I can do a lot more damage with Arcanine than I could with Venusaur. But I'm confused again. Nice. I love this. This is great. Come on, come on. Oh, good job, Arcanine. Thank you. A critical hit. I'll take it. Don't mind if I do. And some more Leech Seed healing. Alright, we just gotta keep fighting. That Air Cutter hopefully won't do too much. No critical hit this time. I'm still confused. Come on. Good job, Arcanine. Alright, so the Golbat maybe dies this turn? Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, Golbat taken down. Wonderful. And level 41 for Primeape. That's cool, but I'm not going to be using Primeape at all in this battle, probably. They've got their Arbok next, who also has the Intimidate ability. But what do I do now? I guess I just use Fire Blast, since it's a special attack. It landed surprisingly. Come on, burn, 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 burn. No burn, but it did half their HP. And Arcanine's going to be taking a big Sludge Bomb. Alright, come on. Snapped out of confusion. Go, land, yes! Come on! Surely this kills. Not a low roll. Not a low roll. No! I got the low roll. Alright. That's sad, man. Look at how close he is to living. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Alakazam just in case. Just in case he uses a full restore. And let's go for Psychic. Okay, they did not full restore, but just in case they did. So there we go. Level up for Alakazam. He's really close to the level up, but now he reached at level 42. Oh boy. And there's the second Gengar. And this Gengar knows Shadow Ball, which is a much stronger move than Shadow Punch. And that's a one-shot to Alakazam. Not a surprise. Alright, well, you know, we're gonna do the same strategy. Except we can't do it as efficiently because Arcanine's not alive anymore. So there we go. We intimidate that Gengar. And then what do we do? I guess we just damage you. I'm hoping this Gengar doesn't have Double Team, because it has Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb, so maybe it's just an offensive Gengar. If that's the case, that's so much better than a Gengar that Toxic stalls you and Double Teams. I actually don't think it has Double Team. I'd much rather go up against this Gengar. I think I have a much higher chance of killing this one. But it's still a very scary situation, I must admit. Maybe I shouldn't have brought Venusaur in, because he's not at full HP. Anyways, actually, yeah, I think this was a bad decision. I should have brought someone else in. You know what? I'm going to sacrifice Primeape. I'm going to switch him in and hope that he survives. Actually, no, he's not going to survive. Hypnosis. Vital Spirit. Perfect. We can pretend that I predicted that. No, I almost used the Max Repel. Fortunately, I can't in battle. So, where's my healing items? Max Potion. Here we go. Venusaur. Full HP. Good. That's what I like. The Gengar goes for Sludge Bomb. Primeape was just here to be a punching bag. It was a critical hit. But Primeape stayed alive so that Venusaur could get the healing. Good job, Primeape. Thank you for your sacrifice. Now we gotta bring in Venusaur and Sleep Powder. The Sludge Bomb. Not very much damage. Good. We put this Venusaur to sleep. Or not Venusaur. We put this Gengar to sleep. And now we'll Leech Seed stall him. The same old Venusaur strategy. Nothing new here, folks. Alright, Leech Seed. The Gengar's still asleep. We get the Leech Seed out. Very good. And now you get the chip damage and the chip healing. Very nice to see. Like, guess I'll use Giga Drain, even though I don't really need it. The Gengar woke up. There you go for Sludge Bomb. That's a lot of damage, but not too much. Nothing we can't handle. So we Giga Drain, we'll get some healing back, then we'll get Leftovers healing, and we'll get Leech Seed healing. That's a lot of healing. So here's the second healing, Leech Seed healing, and then we will get the Leftovers healing. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Now we go for Sleep Powder to put this Gengar to sleep. Take a lot of damage from the Sludge Bomb, but... Oh, no! We're not fine. It was a critical hit. That's really bad. And the Gengar's not asleep. That's actually awful. Their Citrus Berry activates. No, this is not good. Alright, so what we're gonna do... It might seem a little bit convoluted, but... we are going to use a Revive, not on Venusaur, but on Arcanine. So this way, when Arcanine switches in, Intimidate will activate, and then we can revive Venusaur. And look at that, Raichu managed to survive. Wonderful. Good job, Raichu. Alright. So now, we use that Revive on Venusaur. The Gengar goes for Sludge Bomb again. But would you look at that? Raichu is still alive. Thank you, Raichu. That is amazing. That's exactly what we love to see. So now, we are going to use a Max Potion on Venusaur. We're really low on healing items, and that's not good, but we just gotta go through this. So Shadow Ball comes in, that takes out Raichu. But now we bring in Arcanine, who will intimidate the Gengar, so the Gengar does less damage, and then Venusaur should be able to come in and finish off the kill. Then maybe Arcanine will just be able to do it himself, who knows? Actually, Arcanine might be able to. It's just one bite away if Arcanine can live and attack. Never mind. Full restore. Should have seen that coming. Let's see how much damage this bite does. Honestly, a good chunk. So there we go. Get some more Leech Seed healing. Arcanine is doing great. We just gotta keep biting. Well, Arcanine's asleep now, so maybe he's not doing too great. But you know, he will still get healing, though, I suppose. So honestly, not a bad turn, and I can just play the Poke Flute next turn, so I'm perfectly fine with the situation, honestly. So, alright, let's go over here to our key items. Where is our Poke Flute? Here it is. Now Arcanine will wake up. There we go. Arcanine's awake. Gengar tried to use Nightmare. Doesn't work. I'm not asleep, buddy. You have to be asleep for that move to work. Very, very good. Now, I'll just bite again. They'll put me back to sleep, but no, they don't. They missed because Hypnosis is only like 50% accurate. And critical hit to take down Gengar. We didn't even need Venusaur. Wonderful. All right. That's a ton of experience going to Arcanine, level 46. We love to see that. Some more experience going to Venusaur. And we've only got one Pokemon left, which is Haunter. The pre-evolution to Gengar. Let's just go for our bites. Does quite a lot of damage because Haunter's not fully evolved. They try to put me to sleep, but they miss. All right, Arcanine, you got this. And there we go. We won. Turns out we did not even need Venusaur, because Arcanine was able to solo the rest of Agatha's team. So there we go. We have defeated Elite Four Agatha. Oh my, you're something special, child. We've got 11,600 Pokédollars for winning. You win! I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. So there we go. We've defeated Agatha. Definitely the most annoying Elite Four member. It also took us the longest. But let's go ahead and revive our team because we definitely need it after that scary battle. Let's see, where are our revives? We're running low on them, that's for sure. So let's revive Alakazam. Let's revive Gyarados. Let's revive Raichu. And let's revive Primeape. There we go. We also got to heal them up too, of course. Here are our Hyper Potions. Let's just use them all up. So we're definitely running low on healing items. Maybe I should have bought more. Because, you know, you can never have too many healing items. But either way, we've got our team fully restored. We've still got a few more max potions and max revives. We've got one more max potion and 4 more full restores. So enough to fully heal 5 Pokemon. That might not be enough. But anyways, let's go ahead and save. And in the next episode, we'll go ahead and tackle the final Elite Four member. But this is going to be where we wrap it up for today's episode of Pokemon Fire Red. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.